roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And off we go on EA Sports. Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive. Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They start on the ground with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big run there, 29 yards to the first.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The Cowboys had 10-3 on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call a no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott forced out to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
Patterson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Lance. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. Only able to gain a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Lance. And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Prescott to throw it. Being chased out left. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off the points for themselves.
After the sack on 1st down, Lance toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays, your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards?
He rifles one that's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2nd down, and again, it's Davis Price. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Going for it, here's Davis Price. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season,
He needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Davis Price on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then execute it.
At the 16-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lance. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Lance going to throw. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams would take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 78 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern.
And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
Right, 97.
Throwing now is Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
In motion comes the tight end left. Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Go, 38. Right two.
In motion, the tight end.
Ready?
Lance looking to throw it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Right, 60.
To try again after the sack. Lance. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. Here's Lance to throw it. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. couple of field goals. That's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stock troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Lance. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one good for 24 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Give to Davis-Price up the middle here. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, and again it's Davis-Price. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. On third down, here's Davis-Price. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
is tackle number 46.
52.
A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
They'll start the drive with Elliott, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. Prescott able to get down there at the end on the slide, and he has the first as well. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
Oh, that was well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him so far as this terrific season continues here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Steps away to his... Oh, Prescott stripped. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. 2nd down, here's Davis Price. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw with Lance. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This is taken way up at the 25. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago, and it's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. The tackle by Eric Armstead. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10.
Their own 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Another touch for Davis Price. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Davis Price will try to pick it up. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
And cycle.
Desperation time here. Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. This one complete. Lance to Kittle. And he's got this down to the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now they will run it with Davis Price. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Davis Price once more. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop the football. They're trained to catch everything.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. And now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself,
You can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Let's go now. Yellow, run. One to middle. Black walk. Ready?
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And he stopped immediately there. And they're going to get the timeout called. What a finish. We're down to 4 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Well, obviously...